It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. A run for the quarterback. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Gets open down the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him in the flat. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They'll leave it with him. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Lucas. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still looking on the move. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. After run, now throw. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Wants to fire on second down. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He'll try the left side.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. He's got it again. He breaks a tackle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle, and you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
The give. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Running to Green. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, TCU! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Higgins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about. The Sneak scores it.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's just keeps moving. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 16-yard line, and they're in the red zone and threatening to put up points.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it first and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Washington. Buys a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Winton. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go forward in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
He's got an open man. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him to make catches.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Lucas. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On third down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Washington. Quarterback moving. Touchdown, Hurricane! We thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly. And the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, he's got him.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kennesaw State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 25 to Vanderbilt. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Snap it to the back. Bites off a defender. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Right back to the well. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Taking it the other way. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Higgins. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him, trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Canes are on the move. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Those always sting a little bit when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Looking to throw on third. Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Lucas. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on second down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
The Hurricanes are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Let's go. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. They take the lead just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge is try to stay on top.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Slithers into space. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the wildcat.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. He'll take it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Using his feet. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. He'll keep it on the sneak. Touchdown, TCU! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Gillespie. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires toward the target. Complete to the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Gotta find a completion on this one. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish the interception as the clock reaches 0. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.